So here's a little update on what's happening in Breeder Shed. This is Seal. He is Rainbow's baby by Buster. And I am checking that line with 3 males to see if we have fertility. Because so far, I have never had a male from that line produce. And I'm beginning to suspect male infertility runs in the line. His girl seems to be in the nest. However, I haven't really seen any serious bonding happening here, so I hope she's not moving into the nest by herself. But we'll see. You know, you never know what happens when you're not around. This is a new guy. So I started out with, I had Remington in here, and this is the new guy. His name is Winston. He's an opaline and a nice bird. And I set her up with him. Now, Remington has been a pain in my hiney. I set her up with Razzle 3 times. When I put them back out in the flight cage, unlike other paired birds, they never stuck together. They always completely disbanded immediately. So I thought, well, they never really stuck. I'll switch her. So I switched her to breed with Bond, James Bond last time. And to my surprise, when I took her out to let him finish rearing the chicks, the first thing he did was climb in the nest box and try and kill them. Which tells me that James Bond did not know those were his chicks, because I'd bred him before and he's a good father. And the reason he didn't know they were his chicks is because Remington never let him anywhere near them. So I was like, well, that's weird. Then I tried to pair her up with Sprite, and she literally ripped a hole in his head. Just attacked him to the point. This wasn't a little go away, I don't like you. This was, I'm going to kill you. So, Remington, what's going on? So I thought, you know what, I'll take her and set her up with this unknown male. He came from a different breeding shed. And see what happens with that. Well, the very first thing that happened was I came in and took one look at them, and he had climbed up on the perch, and she ran over, and he jumped off the perch back down to the bottom of the cage and started squawking at her like, don't hurt me, don't hurt me. So clearly, she was not, now this is not Remington, by the way. That was not serious. He's actually sitting up there carrying on with this other male, staking his territory. So he's getting more confident again. So I took Remington out of here and put her back with Razzle. And guess what? They instantly were back at it again. So apparently they are bonded, even though they don't act like it when they're not in here. See this? Kiss, kiss, love, love. And they make beautiful babies, so what the heck? So that's Razzle and Remington picking up where they left off, ready to go. These two, he is, like I said, this is Winston and this is Sif. Sif was a baby last summer. She's Sprite and Fluffy's girl. She's currently the largest bird that I have, weighing in at 84 grams. And you see him sidling up to her? That's a male that's getting ready to make some moves. So that's good. Oh, she came out. So things are going along there now that I have them sorted out. Best laid plans and all that. Sometimes the birds have their own ideas about what they're going to do. These two were not hanging out in the big flight together, but I put them in and they put it back together and are ready to go. As you can see, lovey-dovey, kiss, kiss, love, love. That's what we like. Birdie love. This is Key Lime Pied. He was not feeling well. So I pulled the little hen that was in here with him. I may put her back in there in about a week. Key Lime Pied is newish to me and came from the same aviary as Winston did, so I put them near to each other, and they talk to each other all day long, like, yeah, I know you. This isn't so scary. So people underestimate the bonds that these birds create. So these two are clearly not doing anything. And again, this is one of the males from Rainbow's line. This is Pewter. And I am not confident that we have fertility in that line. So he's in here with a young girl named Marble, who is Sky and Jester's baby. And we're going to see if they do anything. This is Cookie, whom I was not going to use again. But Cookie has the good fortune of being split to recessive pied. And I picked up that little girl, who is a recessive pied. I don't know if you can see her through the bars. This is Marshmallow, because she looks like a burnt marshmallow. And I'm putting them together to start the other half of my recessive pipeline. Katesh has the other part covered, but all the birds I have at this point are related to Katesh. So I needed a couple of babies from another line to start developing my recessive pipeline. This is Pewter and Maya. They seem to be no, sorry, this is not Pewter. This is Ocean. This is Ocean and Maya. Ocean is another of Rainbow's line that I'm testing to see if we've got fertility. I figure with 3 males in here, somebody's got to put something together. He's in here with Maya, and we'll wait and see what happens. They're sitting closer to each other on the perch, which tells me they're starting to have the discussion, and I like that. This is Cyan. You see how she's sitting in front of the box there? That means she's claimed it, and the only reason she's sitting there is because I'm here. She'd rather be in it. I have her set up with, this is Hemsworth, as in Chris, because he is a stud. He has beautiful poof on the top of his head, a fabulous mask. I paid way too much money for him, but I like him, so... and this girl is, I paid very little for her because she was reportedly infertile, but that is not the case. So she gave me 2 babies with, what's his name? Poseidon last time, and that bonding didn't stick, so I put her in here as Hemsworth, and she was instantly happy to have him. Of course, when you get a studly man, why not? So I'm excited about these two. They picked up immediately. He is sitting here right now singing at the bars. What he's doing is, this is my territory. And she's sitting there aggravating him. So, but they started up immediately. This is Limey and Stella. Stella, at this moment, is my 2nd largest bird. She's the blue hen. Weighing in at 81 grams. And Limey is fat and sassy and ready to go. I have never really gotten any satisfactory babies out of him because I bred him to Rainbow's line and his sons were infertile, which is one of the reasons I'm testing that line. So I'm outbreeding him to a different line. He picked Stella himself and she moved into the box immediately, so hopefully something will be happening there. Here's Sprite. I set up Sprite with, so I took Sprite, I wanted to breed Sprite to Azul. I put them in a cage together for about 10 days just to kind of get them used to each other, but I didn't think it worked. And then I started thinking about it, and I'm like, well, Sprite's 4 years old, which is questionable age for a male as far as fertility goes. And Azur was sold to me as infertile. Although what I found was that she was completely deficient on calcium and laid soft-shelled eggs. So she's been tanking up, and but I wasn't going to breed. Then I changed my mind and said, oh, I'm going to breed them together because maybe one of them is infertile, and then I won't get any chicks out of the other one. So I split them up and gave them 2 younger birds to breed with. That wasn't working, so I gave up and put Azur in here. And instantly, they're like, oh, well, thank God you're here. Azur is in the nest right now, nibbling away at things. And they just went straight to work. And I mean to work straight away. It was birdie porn from the very beginning. So I have high hopes for these two. He's certainly not acting like he's infertile. And she has gained over 20 grams since I got her and filled out and starting to look really nice. This is, the blue girl is Artemis. She is one of my most beautiful birds. And unhappily, I set her up in the spring and although she goes through all the motions, she never lays eggs. That would be a classic infertile female. So I'm setting her up one more time to see if we get babies out of them. She is with Linnaeus there, not because I need dilutes out of them, but because she likes him, as you can see. Whereas last time I set her up with Hemsworth up there, not knowing that there would be a problem, and she really didn't like him very much. So, you know, sometimes infertility can be a result of a pair bonding that just doesn't work. But you see her doing her little kiss me, kiss me, kiss me, kiss me, kiss me. Everybody stopped. they like each other instantly, and they're actively breeding, and she's in and out of the nest box. So if eggs can be laid from this girl, they will get laid. And then, of course, the last two down here is Razzle and Remington, who I had no idea were so tightly bonded and actually are. And they make beautiful babies. This is the parents of Thalia and Freya. So go ahead, let's do that. Okay, that's the update on the breeding shed.